it's gonna be awkward.
I don't get it. You do the math.
Oh,
Whoa, what up? We're back.
what up?
Was this episode 4?
Yeah, dude,
All right.
we're a full month into this new show.
Yeah, that's a quick month.
Yeah, dude, time flies when you're having fun.
Sure is.
We dealt with that. We dealt with that in our last show with the podcast. It was like 2 seconds went by, and we're episode 40. But
Real quick.
Yeah, dude, this week we're moving along. We got 2 more of our favorite people in. We got some guests. We got our boys Aiden the future.
We gotta mix that up though, because I don't want people to think that like
It's inauthentic.
It's inauthentic. It's our favorite person, one of our favorite people.
Might get in trouble for that.
Dude, no, we gotta, well, first
you
of all,
guys are one of.
First of all, we got a lot of favorite people. And
Yeah, that's true,
Second of all, like obviously we're gonna do the majority of those people first.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
I hear you. I got
and we'll
you.
be
but
honest, dude. If it's
just
not
looking out
one
for the
of our,
comments.
dude, fuck the comments. If it's not one of our favorite people, we won't say it. You
All right.
know?
What I'm
Yeah,
saying
no.
is you might have some beef on Monday.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Fuck it.
Distinguish who's not your favorite.
I'm
This is
putting.
not.
I'll sick you guys on whoever's got the beef. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that's wearing the hat.
Well played.
Where
You
you
know
are
what I'm
wearing
saying,
the
dude?
hat.
That's fucking
Send out the
dedication.
pitties.
But yeah, dude, we
We're
got our
super
boy
excited.
Juice. We got our boy Aiden.
Aiden the
I
future.
don't know what to do with my hands.
Juice Ian Miller.
Gang.
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 So Ian, Juice, Miller, Z kind of mumbled that.
I did. While you were talking, I didn't want to be too over it, so
It's all right. Well, these guys
it's
just
awkward
got,
MMA show.
These guys just got back from out of town.
Yes, sir.
Aiden is also coming off of a very impressive win that we saw and witnessed.
Yeah, we
Dude, it
first
was
round,
good.
bro. That was
He cornered him. Those
Yeah.
two
I
hammer
get
fists, it was all over.
yeah.
I actually called it too, like right as it was happening. The girl that was with me was like that guy's like all over him. Like, well, he's about to gas out and get fucked up, and then he just like popped him, and
Left
then
hook.
he's
Hook out.
Yeah, it was. You know, the funny thing is, the first exchange, because he came out pretty hard. The first exchange was I felt him like breathe super hard, like
Yeah.
and I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, like this isn't gonna last very long.
Yeah.
And so I tried my best to stay composed, right? Like not try to get sucked into this brawl. And then the second exchange happened, and he felt a little weaker, and then I kept missing the right hand a couple times, and then I just wanted to follow up the left. So when he came in for that third exchange, that third blitz, I just I caught him. You know,
Yeah.
not gonna
I don't
super
know if it was
calculated.
a caught, dude. No, it was that was
No,
a
yeah,
good.
he
It
was-
was a good shot.
it was
that
clean.
seemed right on
Yeah.
point.
He snatched his soul.
Yeah,
All I'm
real
saying is,
quick.
I saw him hit him. The dude rolled back. He hit him. His eyes rolled back. He hit him again, the hammer fist, and the dude's eyes came back. He literally put him back, out, and then back in.
Jeez.
Damn,
well, you were
dude.
cornering him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Honestly, it was weird as hell because it was my first time cornering.
Oh, really?
And I was more nervous than it is when I'm fighting. I was literally, my legs were shaking. I'm like, oh
Really?
shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's about to go down.
Damn.
Because the thing with me is like, I like to control.
Yeah.
I can control my own pace and my own fights. But when it's not like a good teammate, a good friend of mine, like it's way different. You know, like you're like, oh, come on, please do it. Please do it. Please do it.
Yeah, like don't fuck around. Don't take anything off. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'll bet that would be really stressful.
Yeah, the only closest thing I could ever feel to that is like when you have a coach that's
Uh-huh.
fighting, and then like
Yep.
you see your coach fighting, you're
Oh
like,
my
God.
God.
like this is so overwhelming.
There's
but
so much on the line.
It's,
Yeah.
it's even more stress because when you're cornering somebody, you're their lifeline, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you want to make sure that you put out the right things to say. You don't want to put out the dumb, like our other teammate that night, JT. I cornered him for his last couple fights as well, and like his first fight, I was the same way. Like I was I was more nervous than him because I was like,
dude.
man, if like you consider like, okay, what if the worst is happening, then do you have to step in? What if the best is happening? So you really are like their
Yeah.
lifeline,
Yeah.
you know, and you want to make sure they don't want to get hurt. And there's a lot of factors that
How-
go into it. Yeah.
How important is it as your corner and like your real close teammate to be super objective? about the fight and about what's going on.
Well, you have to have someone that's completely honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have someone BSing you saying you're up 2 rounds when you're really down 2 rounds.
Right.
'Cause you're gonna like, some people coast, and I mean, I'm not one of those people, but like
Sure.
some people will coast out that victory. And if you're lying to them, you can't tell them that.
Where's the appropriate I guess point to be like you're losing to? Is it like
You have to.
Is it
Yeah.
that level
Yeah.
of
I don't go into that when I coach. Like when I coach somebody, when I'm quartering them, I tell them like in between rounds, we're gonna keep it completely objective. Like I'm gonna give you 2 to 3 things. I want to see this, this, and this. I'm not even worrying about he's trying to catch you with this. I want to see A, B, and C. Let's just make sure repeat those A, B, and C. Boom, 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 and then we move on to the next coach. Like you got to treat it like your job, right? It doesn't matter if you're sick at the day at work. It doesn't matter if you feel bad or feel good. It's like as a boss, you were like, I need this, this, and this done. Okay, I don't care how it gets done, right? And so,
sure.
I think
the other
that's
thing
best way
too
to
is
approach
if you're in the going into the 3rd round or 5th round, if it's a championship fight, you have to be like, all right,
it.
you got to put this kid out,
yeah
or else you lose the fight.
Yeah.
I think that's probably when, to answer your question more,
when it's severe, like get your shit together.
basically.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask how natural is it to get it's got to be different with every corner, but like how the dynamic, because you got to have a guy that's the honest person, then you have like the strategist, and then you have the the motivator, the morale guy. So
just good for the team.
does that naturally come together in your corner, or is that something that you kind of have to select beforehand? Go like, yo, that you're this, you're this, you're this.
For me in particular, it's something that you have to select, right? Because everyone's different,
Right.
and everyone functions differently. And to like, I always reference JT because he's one of the only fighters that I've coached yet, and I go up to him, and I'm super structured. I come from a military family, so it's boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And so I went up to him the first week of his camp, and it was, all right, you need to pick who you want in your corner and their specific reason for that. And there's no right or wrong. Obviously I'll be heading this, but pick the B and C guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's all subjective. It's just trying to figure out who gets, like, if you want guys that don't get emotional at all, then pick those guys.
Right.
And as an athlete, you need to be honest with yourself and the people around you, because sometimes you'll have somebody that sticks around that you just want them there, and you don't want to be able to tell them, oh, I'd rather not have you in my corner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you handpicked your family.
Exactly.
Like that you go to war with.
As soon as I came to Fight Ready, I let everyone, like, because Juice and I worked together really well. John Long obviously is our head coach and for the amateur team, and Jared Braun, who I've worked with for wrestling and whatnot. So people that I've worked with closely, I'm like, okay, these guys are going to be my
right. How about you, Juice? Was that handpicked, or would you just
100%? Well, I haven't fought out a Fight Ready yet.
Yeah.
Coming up soon, November, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's more about who I trust, who I know that is going to give me the correct advice. So in my mind, I'm already thinking, obviously, this guy, John, because he's our head coach, Randy, because I've been working with him extensively. Maybe add a couple more people on, but like Tito for sure.
Sure.
Our boy Hector, shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, him definitely, because he's always honest with me, and he's very structured. He has like everything written out about fight week and stuff like that. So definitely another good person to have in my corner. But for my last fight, I was at a team called Team Top Notch in Chicago, and our coach Mac ran everything. So it was basically him saying, he was the one talking. Other people are there for have an objective themselves. So this guy was icing you. This guy was, whatever, doing. Everyone had their own role, and coach was the coach. So I kind of like it like that, just because I've had that since the beginning. So for me, you're being comfortable with that, especially during something like a fight. You got to have something like that, at least for myself.
For sure.
Yeah. So, well, not to cut you off.
No.
Were you gonna say something?
Well, are you going to say something about cornering?
No.
Okay, I am. So
He's moving on.
In recent times, we're seeing a huge increase in like people not really in the fight game, but like sort of train from time to time, going out and cornering with people. Like our boy Chris Pratt. He's always going out and cornering for Bellator guys. Like, at what point are are Z and I like eligible to be walking out and shit?
You can
Oh,
walk
for
out with us for the
walkouts?
next
Yeah,
one.
right.
Fuck
walk
yeah,
out?
dude!
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
It's all
down.
it's all personal. It's funny because the guy that Chris Pratt, Adele, I used to train with him
Really?
Oh,
back at
really?
the lab. He's the one that broke my nose when I was like 16.
Damn.
And
That's funny.
we've been so good ever since, right?
But
Oh,
man, you
but
fucked up my
dude.
But it was
nose.
crazy seeing him go to Cali and then he just blew up. They love
Yeah,
him, and his
it's
story
crazy.
too is crazy. But I
That's
think
really
it's all
cool.
subject, like personal. It's all like
Also, come on,
Sure.
who you want.
like Chris Pratt,
It's
you're gonna
Chris
have some
Pratt.
clap.
dude.
Yeah,
You're gonna get some
true.
clap from that.
He's got
For sure.
Star Lord in
Fucking
his corner, man.
Star-Lord. God.
Need
And
to walk out
it's
to.
cool that he's such a big fan too. Chris is so involved.
Well, he
in
was a
that.
wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Oh, really?
I guess he was a big time wrestler in like
Yeah.
high school or something.
Oh,
You go to
shit.
college and stuff?
I don't know too much about the history. I just remember him talking about it.
All
I don't
right.
know the specifics.
Yeah.
No, that's cool though. That I know that he's super into it, you know, and
Mhm.
he seems very passionate. He's always at events.
We
and stuff.
trains at
Yeah.
Unbreakable.
Well,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we train at Fight Ready, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Hit
maybe we
us
get
up if you
out,
need corner.
maybe we get out there. But how'd you guys start? Where you guys? You guys aren't from here, right?
No,
Either of
no.
you? Where are you from? Ian?
I was born in Guam. Both my parents were in the military,
Mm.
so I lived in Cali.
Thank
for,
them
like,
very much.
Yeah, I lived in Cali.
Thank them.
Actually, a Hemet by Temecula.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We drove
Yeah,
past
we were
it.
just in Temecula.
Yeah, and then for like 8 years, and then I moved to Jersey for my middle school years, and that's where I kind of like my stepdad, my dad Eugene. He introduced me to like the world of MMA, like and we started watching fights. Oh man, this is pretty cool. And then I remember for like one Christmas he got me like a Randy Couture MMA kit from Walmart, dude, and it was like boxing gloves, MMA gloves, pads, and a jump rope. And then he's like, we're gonna like that day. He's like, let's go in the basement and let's like start getting work. So me and my dad would just beat the crap out of each other in the basement, like try to copy all the moves we see on
awesome,
UFC.
dude.
So cool.
And it just because I
Damn.
never did any sports and any of that stuff.
Were you
But,
thick?
no, I was. I was
You
a
were
little,
shape?
it was funny because
With two
my
Cs.
my dad's Samoan.
Yeah, I was thick.
Oh no, I was
Yeah, me
I was a
too.
little kid.
But I played sports and I was thick. Dude. Like I just,
I was thinking the wrong ways, but
Yeah.
my dad's Samoan and all my cousins were like huge, 200-pound
Mm.
plus football players, and I was kind of the runt. So I never
Dang.
really identified with the sports, right? And when my dad showed me this, it was like history and in the making. And so when we moved to Arizona, and because he got a call to work on the border,
Mhm.
the army and everything, that's when it was like that summer from 8th grade to freshman year. I get bullied a lot. I got beat up. I have a scar from it. The last beating I took in high school was just horrible.
What happened?
Jeez.
This kid, we were just body boxing in the bathroom. And
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just body boxing. So
Yeah.
no, he didn't get the face.
Yeah, dude, bodies
stuff.
in the bathroom.
But it was the last day of 8th grade, and I was like, I'll go in, and I went against like the biggest kid there. Shout out to Hayden Pate because me and him are really good friends now.
That's good. You make friends
Yeah,
with all
he
your.
actually
you
helped
know-
me out for one of my Muay Thai camps. It's
Oh,
ironic.
really?
But, he was a wrestler. He was like star football player. Beat the crap out of me, and he suplexed me, and my shin went on the bottom of the sink and sliced it open.
Oh.
And beat me down, and like they had to stop it, and I'm like, no, keep going, and they're like, no, dude, you're getting your butt beat, and so I went home that day, and I put on my boxing gloves, and I literally started punching like a metal pole in the garage. I was so mad. And
Damn.
ironically, the next day, I didn't even tell my parents. I told them I fell off the swing. That's how I got the scar. And
Now the truth
my
comes
dad,
out.
my dad was in his den, and he's like, Aiden, you know, like we live like a mile away from this gym called the MMA Lab. You want to go? And I'm, yes, Zach, I want to go. Like I want to freaking like a Karate Kid movie. Like I want to come
Yeah.
back and beat this guy up. And I took a jiu-jitsu class,
Mhm.
the jiu-jitsu class with Chris Zabricki. And I remember the lesson like it was yesterday. It was the same side smash pass from guard, side control. Then we finished an Americana from there. Then a chair sit to mount and finish the Americana from there. That was my very first lesson.
Dang.
And I literally went up to my dad because my plan through life was just to be in the military, like everyone else in my family.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And my mom and dad were like, well, my mom's thing was, if you want to do something, be the best at it. And so like, well, we're going to support you the rest of it. And so
Damn, that's cool.
I was 14 years old. And ever since then, like I've been I've been in it, man.
That is so
That's
sick,
sick.
man.
That's a sick story.
Dude,
Damn.
I just love hearing commitment
Yeah.
Yeah.
from
Well,
people.
it was really from my parents. Like my mom's thing was always like, we'll support you in anything.
Yeah.
And no matter like her thing is like, if you want to be the best garbage man, we're gonna make you be the best damn garbage man in the world, right?
Yeah,
like
That's
you better
awesome,
be that.
yeah.
And so when I said I wanted to do this, like it was like my parents backed me up fully as far as like it wasn't like I wasn't good in school. So the plan was like, you're not going to college, obviously. You better make something of this. And it was crazy because after a couple months, the fight team at the lab was 10 strong.
Mm-hmm.
And they invited me to start rolling with the smaller guys. And so at 14, I started getting beat up by these guys, these small guys, and I was kind of born in that fire. So it was a blessing and a curse because man, it was
Ego checks
some
every day.
big ego checks, man. Not even an ego check, but just like a realization of like levels.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you see the guys on UFC, and then you get beat up by the guys in the UFC, and you're like, wow,
Yep.
like this is awesome.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That's cool. What about you, Juice?
I don't
That's
even
a
know how to
sweet-
top that, honestly.
Yeah. I know.
Um,
That was good, but
Well,
That'll be
mine
good.
started out pretty similar to his, actually. I just was a small kid with a massive amount of ADHD, so people thought they could, punk me and kind of bully me around. So my dad instantly got me into Taekwondo.
where was that? You're in Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago. So I'm born and
Chicago?
raised in Chicago, Chicagoland area. And I mean, sports were always a part of my life. Like right after I got taken out of the hospital
Mhm.
when I was born and whatnot, my dad had me on the bench with him and he was coaching hockey.
Yeah, you played hockey.
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
I
you played
for
hockey?
like 10 years.
Yes,
Damn.
dude.
So-
I remember we talked about this
At
once.
2 years old, I was already skating. And like
Dang.
I thought hockey was my thing. And I started getting bullied. So I got into Taekwondo as well.
Mhm.
And my dad had me in it. I got my black belt when I was like 12 or 13,
Damn.
something like that.
Mm.
But yeah,
That's
no,
sick,
I was
dude.
doing that. And actually, fun story, actually, a good one about that. So I like fell on hockey I got hit or something at school playing wall ball or something like that.
Yeah.
And I hurt my wrist and I was like, Dad, I think I broke my wrist. Like, this is messed up. He's like, no, you're good, man. Get out there. So for 2 months straight, I'm doing push-ups and Taekwondo and playing hockey and doing all that and then we get to find out I had a broken wrist. That wasn't lined.
Oh,
Yeah.
That fucking sucks, dude.
But-
Z was like that all the time.
It happens.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
thought Z was always crying wolf, and then he was actually hurt.
Hey, I feel for you, man.
yeah, bro. See, I don't know why. I'm like, I need the attention
I was
sometimes,
such a
but not like
liar.
all the time.
He's like, no, this is serious, guys.
I was a liar though, and just I never said I was hurt. I'd be like,
Well, it was a
So then
broken
when
wrist.
he got hurt, it would just be like, it's fine.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the kind of type of guy my dad is, but my dad's rough like that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But,
That's good. Builds character.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's an animal himself.
Yeah.
The guy's doing like P90X at like 50 years old.
That's awesome,
Absolute, no,
dude.
55 years old. He was an absolute animal.
God.
Yeah, so
Well,
No,
you'll be champ for a while then.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So then I started doing Taekwondo. I kind of got out of that when I was like 12, 13 because it was like the BS version of how Taekwondo has come nowadays in the United States.
Right.
The pay for the belt kind of BS.
Right.
And then from there, I kept playing hockey, doing other sports like baseball and whatnot. And then I was sitting freshman year of high school at Buffalo Wild Wings with my friend Jared. And I pointed up the TV and I'm like, bro, what is that? It was the UFC. I had no clue what it was really. And I think it was like Rampage Jackson or something like that.
Yeah.
Fighting, like that dude was literally the reason I got into MMA. I was like, how do I do that? And my buddy
He's
goes,
so dope.
Yeah, he is.
I love
Yeah.
Rampage.
He's
That's
a
funny.
homie.
Rampage is the first fighter that I watched.
he's the
Yeah.
homie. How can you not like him?
He's the
Yeah.
best. He's so funny, dude.
Yeah, he's just a character. He has the character. He was like how Connor people view him now. Like
Right.
he
Yeah.
was just a personality, and he whooped
Whooped ass.
Savage.
whooped ass. Like he was putting motherfuckers
Yeah,
out.
he was. Well, then he was in movies for a minute too. He was
Yeah.
in the 18.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
good.
Oh,
in
dude,
that.
he's great in that
dude.
movie.
He killed it
dude.
in the 18.
Oh, he still has that car, the van.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
I just saw
He's
it.
still
Actually,
owns the,
Yeah.
owns the van.
on Instagram the other day.
Yeah,
Damn.
and then from there, my buddy goes, the best guys right now, they're all wrestlers. You got to wrestle.
Yeah,
Quit
Yeah.
hockey that day. That next wrestling season started. I just jumped into that.
that was smart.
And
I should've done
Very
that.
smart.
I got really hooked up with this family, 3 brothers. They're called all the Maximovich brothers.
Mm.
And they started taking me to club wrestling after the season. I started just diving deep into it because I knew wrestling was important.
Right.
So I dove deep into that. And I mean, the goal in the end was not to wrestle in college or anything like that. I wanted to fight in the UFC since that point.
Right.
So then I knew I was going to be fighting, but my parents wanted me to go to college and graduate because my father didn't, and then my mother didn't get the chance. I mean, my mom's from Ireland. She grew up like with nothing. She moved to Dublin with nothing, knowing nobody,
Man.
like work, no money, no nothing, like made it work. Then came to New York and made it to America with nothing and still made a life for herself and, is doing that. So like I have no excuse.
Yeah.
So I got to put in that work.
Yeah, you absolutely
So
are right.
I got my degree at ASU, and then after that I was like, it's game time to fight.
Yeah.
So I started out at a gym called Power, like Ryan Bader, CB Dollaway, all those guys.
Right.
Started working with those guys. Joe Gigliotti, he's like a big influence on me at the beginning. He's actually at Fight Ready now too. He just joined like a week or two ago, I believe, or something like that. He used to fight in the UFC. He's an animal.
Yeah, we haven't met him, but
he's from Ohio.
I guess
great wrestler. But he really helped me out over there.
Most of those guys are beast wrestlers.
And just felt something like I needed to make a change in my career, or what I was doing with that.
Right.
So then I was actually at UFC Fight Night something, and I was Frankie Saenz was fighting.
The one here?
Yeah, it was here.
Yeah.
Frankie Saenz was fighting on it. I think it was against someone from the lab.
Yeah, he fought against Tequino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he was fighting him, and all these people were going crazy next to me. And I was like, I walked up to them, I was like, hey, like, how's it going? Like, who are you here for? The whole goddamn section was Frankie's family and friends. The whole goddamn section. So I'm like, all right, if people are showing out like this, like, where's Frankie train at? Because I knew him because he was an ASU wrestler. So they're like, Fight Ready. And I was like, where the hell is this? They're like, yeah, Henry Cejudo trains here and all these guys. And I knew Henry from when he won his gold medal and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just being, in wrestling, being a fan of the sport. So I was the next day, he's my roommate now too, actually, but my good friend Christian, I was like, yo, we're going to Fight Ready. Like, forget everything else. And
That's
so
awesome.
we ended up
That's
there.
cool. That's sick.
So how'd you two link up from then?
How'd you guys get like tight?
So I was helping my old coach run a gym that we started called Notorious Fight Sports. And, it fell through shortly after it opened. And I was running my own amateur team out of there because I was trying to build my own career.
Right.
And the team of us guys were like, it was in the middle of our camp. It was like 2.5 weeks before my second to last. And we were like, dude, we need a home. Like, we need to go somewhere. And we ended up making the decision to come to Fight Ready. And literally it was just like everyone there was so welcoming, embracive. Like they knew that our gym closed, and they're just like, we're waiting for you guys, basically. And it was such a good feeling. And Juice was one of the first people like, hey, like, introduce himself and everything. And so like we kind of clicked. Our personalities were pretty similar and not similar at the same time, but we worked pretty well together.
The good yin and yang.
Yeah, seriously.
Basically, well, essentially, actually, fun story about that. So John, I didn't met him because I was in Chicago for UFC 238 to go to it, and then I stayed an extra week just working out there and just hanging with my family. Came back, and it was right before that, I believe. Their fights were happening. I knew they were coming to Fight Ready after. So honestly, I was like sizing him up. I'm like, all right, who is this guy? Like, let's see who these guys are. Like, they're gonna be coming into practice. And I saw like, he was tough and he takes this seriously. So I was like, all right, like this is who I mess with. So then we actually started hanging out more. And I noticed he's a huge MMA nerd like me. Like we watch all the fights together and everything like that. We break it down. We'll watch film together because literally we don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we give a damn about.
This is it.
That's all we care about. I mean, I'm Irish. It's in my blood to fight. He's Samoan. He likes to fight. Like, like, that's what we're about. Like, it's in our blood. Like, that's all we care about, and that's all we talk about all day long. Really,
that's so good.
We're obsessed.
I was gonna kind of ask that just because how important it is to have that like dynamic when you're doing this kind of stuff. That it's obviously it's not a team sport. You don't have you have a team, but you don't have
well,
just
everyone. It's just you. So
yes and no, because I mean, like in reality though, like. You're just gonna hit the bag all the time. It's not just. I mean, it's you in the end performing, but like,
true.
You can need others to help you get there.
Right.
And I saw that he takes it seriously. He drills seriously. He's about this life.
Yeah.
And, I am too. So we linked up and we're around the same size. Same ideologies. We love the same style almost. So we basically
you just
linked
build
up
off of each other.
Yeah. And we'll shoot each other ideas. Like I'll be chilling, like during the day, and I'll shoot him a text after watching like something during like lunch or something like that, and be like, what do you think about this? And he'll send me film too during the day, like off YouTube clips and stuff like that, breakdowns.
That's sick.
That's sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super helpful.
It's a great dynamic, and to have a healthy, not just between us, but have that open team dynamic.
Right.
And we talk about this a lot, is like holding each other accountable as teams. Like Fight Ready, it's a huge gym, you guys already know, and staff is limited. And
Right.
to have, especially when we have amateur team practice, like it's only John. It's hard for him to, it's just like any other classroom, right? You got a lot of people. It's hard for the teacher to see everything and keep everybody in check. So to have
100%.
that honesty and to have that that love between each other, to keep each other accountable.
Right.
Like you see people like not working hard enough or not giving good rounds. You're right. It's a very selfish sport where the individual is performing, but only the people I see that only the people that treat it as a team dynamic and a true family that train like that, they thrive.
Yeah,
You
they're
see
the
that
ones
in
that-
big gyms.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
AKA ATT, like those people like really keep each other accountable, not
Yeah.
just coaches, teammates and all.
Yeah,
Mhm.
accountability is a huge part of success. I mean, there's a lot of corny ways to say that,
Yeah.
but the reality is just that like it's super important. If you want to be successful, you got to be able to measure the different ways
Yeah.
in which you got to be accountable, and then you see yourself going all the way to whatever you've envisioned.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Another thing too that's really important is having a coach that you like mesh with. Like you can't just have like a great coach. You got to actually like have a great dynamic with them as well. That's very important too. So like something around the lines of like, with John especially, like we both get along with John extremely well.
Yep.
So like
Yeah.
the thing is with that is like John and us, like John's like a blessing for us.
Mhm.
Honestly, like he is the homie. So he like always just gives it to us straight, but we can also like have fun and mess around and like talk with him after practice as well. But he also knows that serious time as well.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I didn't know that he like pretty much. So he runs the
Amateur team, yeah. that's
amateur
John.
team. Oh, damn.
He's one of the funniest.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
he is.
funny.
He
Wild.
sleeps on you how
He's
funny
the most
he is.
wild guy ever, but I
He's-
fucking
he's
love that
like-
guy.
He will
Yeah.
sleep on you how funny he is. We gotta
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
him on the
well,
show.
yeah, we're gonna have him on in a few weeks. But
We got to do a quick break here to cut, and then we'll pop it back on.
we're back.
We're back. All right. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
we
buddy.
gotta do that with the new camera for some reason, and I'm sure there's a way around it, but we are just one thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Yeah.
But if you do have a recommendation, comment.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
Good subscribe button, bro.
Well, we might need you guys here for all of them.
Hey,
Aiden's got
for
it,
the
dude.
brand, baby. For the
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, dude, the fucking shit.
FTB for the boys and the brand.
Damn, looking out. You guys just got back from Denver.
Yeah, last night.
That's-
Jesus, that flight was rough.
Damn,
Was
was
it?
it?
Oh my
Shaky?
god.
Windy?
I get terrible flight anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh man.
Oh my god. Me and him together were terrible.
Oh,
Did you
We
guys
were sitting
booze
next to each
before?
other. No, I don't really drink that much anymore. I gotta make 35, my man.
But
You
yo,
gotta
you
just
make
ease
35?
up.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that, bro.
That is light. What about you? What do you gotta get
I
down
go
to?
45.
Okay.
For my next
55
fight,
for his
yeah.
last one.
See, I was
I
right.
didn't even cut for my
55.
last fight.
All
like,
right, dude.
yeah.
I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
I
'cause
thought
you-
that I heard them say 170 for some reason.
don't know.
I think it was
whose
the fight before.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
that
that
was
could've-
James?
James is 170.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Okay.
Mm.
I just might have not been paying that much attention.
Oh yeah, Denver. Sorry. I was like, where are we
Yeah,
at?
back to Denver though. You guys, what were you guys doing in Denver?
We were at Bain Muay Thai, just
Mhm.
training with those guys.
Okay.
Just kind of absorbing knowledge from them.
Mm.
On wow, that's all I gotta say. That's my first comment. Wow.
Yeah.
No, those guys are just so structured. Like the weirdest thing ever. We walk in, everyone's just so like welcoming, very like fight ready,
Mhm.
very welcoming. Their classes are extremely structured. Their teachers or senseis as they call them, or coaches, whatever you want to call them, are very like attentive. The classes are small, but you're working with the best guys in the world, the guys on their first day, but they, obviously they match you correctly with your skill. Obviously they didn't know us at the beginning, but they knew us when we left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah,
there you
definitely.
So bang, just real quick, overarching is this fight system that TJ Dillashaw uses,
Yeah.
Right.
who was the champion before Henry won.
go. Henry, who
But the bang striking system is a very good system
Mhm.
Definitely.
that Dwayne Ludwig kind of created with Boss Rutan.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact we learned.
Yeah.
He named one of his kids after Boss Rudy.
Really?
On God, we learned yesterday.
You know what? I think actually I heard that once on a
Dwayne seems
podcast.
like an interesting guy.
He does.
He's
Yeah.
a wild guy.
He doesn't have an off button.
He seems just so smart and
Yeah.
with it, and I could see them being really organized
Mhm.
up there.
Extremely.
You know who comes to mind when I think of Dwayne actually as I'm sitting here is Frank Grillo's character in Warrior. You know how he's always listening to like
yeah.
the Beethoven and shit? I
Yeah.
can see Dwayne just
Move or die,
blasting.
move or die.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Mozart.
He's
and
got a
that
good
shit.
show on Netflix, by the way.
Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I haven't
I've heard about that.
did
Yeah.
it move to Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
the
and
fight show?
Yeah, it's great, dude.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
I
really?
gotta check that
Amazing.
out.
What is that
It's called Fight World.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
It was
that's
only on,
where he
like,
goes
Dish
around the
for
world.
a minute.
No. You're thinking of something else.
No, it was only on.
Okay, you're
something
still
for a
thinking of
minute.
something else. So this is where he did like a
Definitely not, bro.
documentary, dude, going around the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, no,
What you're thinking of is the
I'm not thinking of Kingdom, bro.
No, I think you're thinking of the same thing.
There's
honestly.
another show, like older show. I think
Yeah,
Jimmy
I was
Kingdom
Smith
with
was
thinking,
on
Nick
it.
I was
Jonas and
thinking of
Frank Grillo.
Kingdom.
Get out of
okay.
here, not Kingdom.
Kingdom. No, doesn't he on that too though?
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
on.
They have
That's why he
UFC
was
fighters like doing the stunts or like
Oh, really?
or
Yeah.
doing the choreography and
Yeah,
stuff.
Damn.
but Fight World was just a
interesting.
right
Great
to
show.
Netflix.
Because he immerses himself in the culture. It's not just like, oh, they box over here and this is a different style. It's this is what these people have to go through in these types of countries and environments.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. But, yeah.
Well, no.
What the fucking eyeball, dude?
What?
What you looking at me all cattywampus for?
Oh no, dude. Well, fucking, I'm tired as shit.
I'm about
so
to
I'm like
have
adjusting my
Juice
eyes
come
and
over
shit
there
and beat my
See
ass.
see if you need
Hit
an
me in the
attitude
head.
adjustment.
Dude, I'm fine, bro.
I'll tell you
Oh
what.
my god. Yeah.
But you guys like Denver though.
Loved
Oh,
it.
man.
Well, it was Broomfield, which is
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
outside of Denver, like 20 minutes or
Yeah,
something
I
like that.
know.
Okay.
We actually lived in Denver for a
Oh,
minute.
man,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
gorgeous.
Man.
It is very
Like,
beautiful this
I-
time of year.
Like, I was like, I may be jumping the gun, but like, I love, like, I just want to move there.
Yeah, this
Not
time
even
of year
just
you'd say
because,
that.
not even just for the gym itself, but like just the environment, so outdoorsy, so fresh,
Mhm.
and it's something that I've heard so much about it. So this was my first trip out there, and it was really awesome.
Also, it's not like 115
Yeah,
degrees
it's
during
not.
summer.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know,
big
might-
selling
man.
point.
Might help. I don't know.
It's a huge selling point. I would love to have like a reason to go there from time to time,
Yeah.
but you know, I definitely wouldn't want to live there again.
You guys probably don't mind the cold either, coming from Chicago and
No,
Jersey.
I don't
so,
care. And it was like
It was
70
nice.
breeze.
well,
It was
yeah, but in the
beautiful.
winter
Well,
it
this
gets a
time-
little.
Oh yeah, winter.
Yeah.
No, I'm chill.
but it's not. But yeah, it's not bad.
I'll
in
tell
the
you one
winter.
thing. Everyone had a Subaru out there. That was
Yeah,
kind of impressive.
Subaru or Jeep.
Subaru,
Yeah.
yeah, they're still doing that.
Yeah,
that's
it
cool
is
for them.
insane.
Shout out to Denver.
They've
Yeah.
been doing that since even before we were there, and that was
Yeah.
5 years ago.
For the
now.
most part, everyone like the energy,
7
like
years.
everyone's so
Yeah.
much more friendly.
Especially at the gym.
yeah,
that
especially
was
at the
crazy.
gym. You know,
Like shout out to PJ.
yeah,
He worked with us extensively. He's one of the coaches,
Yeah.
senseis,
Mm,
whatever.
yeah.
There.
he's awesome.
He's a really cool guy. Incredible fighter. And then we actually got to check out some of the fights. Some of the fighters were fighting that night, so
Yeah,
they invited us to
oh,
go
really?
watch.
Main event, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Damn.
really cool. And
It's interesting.
Where was it at?
it was in a
Um,
barn
It was in a
actually.
giant barn. It was called Sparta something.
76.
Sparta 76.
Actually,
They
yeah,
had Chris
I've heard of
Camozzi
that.
fight on the main
Was
event.
it
Really?
at,
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
Grizzly
local out there.
Rose.
I'm sorry.
Was it at the Grizzly Rose?
No.
No.
No,
it
is that like the
was
fairgrounds?
some
there?
event.
Jefferson
Yeah, it was a
Fairgrounds or
fairground,
something
yeah.
like that? It was like it was
Oh,
it was a
okay.
It was
bit
a little
out
in
there.
the booties,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was where they like hold
That's cool,
rodeos.
though.
It was kind
Yeah.
of tight.
Yeah, that's
That's
cool.
sweet.
The coolest part about Bang Muay Thai, man, was like I said this right off the bat, was it's the culture is a weird mix of like traditional martial arts where like it's bowing and sensei this, sensei that, very respectful, but at the same time that hybrid style, and like everyone still has fun, like cusses and stuff, like
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
When you
it's-
walk in, it says warning explicit language.
yeah, it's hilarious.
it's pretty
But
funny.
like the respect, like always bowing on and off the mat. Oh, it's very like it's a dojo almost. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like a dojo
Yeah.
like, when you walk in there, you know. But at the
So
same time, they're doing something really
Modern.
fresh, right?
Yeah,
with the
that's
footwork.
Yeah.
and
Do they take a modern approach to the old school?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
cool.
And I think it's really cool.
the really cool thing too was like guys like PJ and them, like the coaches, sensei, whatever. They would like come over and they noticed obviously that we like have a little
Train.
bit of skill and train.
Yeah.
and,
Just a
and
little
we
bit.
fight.
Doesn't just start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they
it's
would
not just-
come over and like give us a little bit of extra stuff on, as they call it, like ninja sprinkles.
Yeah, the freaking
Okay.
sprinkles and ninja
Yeah,
stuff on it.
ninja
dude.
sprinkles, baby.
Little ninja dust.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we like they come over and help us out. Like this one coach, who's like a brown belt in their system, stayed with
Okay.
us for like 30 minutes
Oh,
extra,
man, yeah.
just like adding and adding and adding
It
and
was
adding.
a little intimidating at first because he was just like staring at us like this, like
We thought we were
Singers
doing
work.
something wrong. It
I was
was
like, oh, it was like you're doing your homework and the teacher's over your shoulder and everything, and you're just like, oh man, I hope I don't screw up on this. But he was he was like a stern looking dude, but he was super helpful. You know what I'm saying? Everyone there is just so the cool thing was like the day one people are just as cool and just as important as the day 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
people
huge.
Everyone
just shut
gets
up.
to working.
Huge.
You know, like
Yeah.
just because you're day one doesn't mean they're gonna dismiss you.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
the
that's
cool part.
huge.
That is really cool.
That's
to
a
hear.
true dojo environment. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other thing cool was like they even invited us back. There, one guy gave me his number,
Yeah,
said we could
yeah.
stay for free with him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay.
really.
Damn.
Yeah, cool guy. Like there were a bunch of cool people that like they invited us out there. We got to train for like a day or two for free and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Really?
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Damn. That's dope.
Tell you what, the elevation was something.
Oh
Yeah,
else.
my
yeah,
god,
that's-
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
That's tough.
man.
You gotta adjust with that, huh?
Yeah.
It takes a while to adjust, but man, like
Oh
we
my-
did pretty good for
Hey.
people that just visited Denver. I mean,
Yeah.
Colorado. But we came in right like 5 minutes before first class started,
Oh,
and the guy's like, "All right, they're gonna start the bag class," and the bag class was like a 30-minute class. And it was just a cardio burnout, right?
yeah.
We
and we
died.
didn't even stretch. We just bowed on the mat and just boom, just hard bag work. And like I ran into it. I'm like, man, like, and
We
I'm
looked
not.
at each other.
I'm coming off of a fight, and I'm like, I'm not out of shape, and I'm like, oh, like it was
I
brutal.
sweat through my shirt in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
All right. So
it was weird. Like you don't think
Gosh.
like you think elevation. You're like, oh, like cool.
whatever.
Like, I remember
big
when we
deal.
first
Yeah.
got there, like the breathing. You
I'll
have to
never
breathe
forget
deep out there. Like you can't just
Yeah.
have these little short breaths.
Little
Like you have
bitch-ass
to be
breaths.
like,
Yeah, dude.
With sea level, bro.
Dude,
yeah,
we're,
yeah.
we're
see?
coming off. We're coming off the plane and he's already huffing and puffing.
Dude, I'm like,
He's like,
I gotta take deep breaths.
He like
this is
told
so
me he
weird.
needed to pay attention to his breathing. That's
Yeah.
how serious it got.
And I'm not
You're not lying though. I
I'm
mean,
not a
it's-
guy that runs out like I'm pretty
You're
known for
good.
my cardio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll go rounds and rounds and rounds, but holy cow. But we did pretty good. Like
No, they definitely told us
I
to.
sparred with a couple of guys that saw interest in sparring me and stuff, and we were going and felt pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
you
Yeah.
adjust. I think like the more athletic and more in shape you are,
Yeah.
the quicker you can
Yeah,
adjust and stuff
yeah.
like that. And then the hydration, I know is
Yeah, that was another thing.
huge.
Yeah, we didn't
dude.
know about that until like the last day.
Oh,
So I
that's
got-
a-
Oh, have you guys not been drinking water?
No,
Yeah.
like we like yeah, the guy was like, "Oh, the best thing for the elevation training or like being in elevation is water." And I was like, "My god, I've just
So was that-
screwed up."
That too, and then being in the
Yeah.
cold in general, like you don't like my dad told me in the military,
Mm.
like they like when you're in cold out in the field, like they force you to drink water because when you're in cold, you don't realize that you're dehydrated. Right?
Right,
Hot, it's
yeah.
easy.
It-
When you're in the
yeah.
hot, when you're in the cold, you're just like, oh, it's cold. Whatever.
Yep.
You need to drink water, and that was we'd have to like we bought gallons of water, and we're forcing ourselves to drink down these gallons of water,
Yeah.
man.
That was fun.
Our trainer in Denver was real strict military guy in special
Oh, yeah.
forces, and so we would do team hikes and shit up like the 14ers they call them.
Yeah, they
They're-
were telling us the Uber driver on the way back was telling
Yeah.
us about it. He said it's a whole
Yeah.
day adventure.
Yeah, I mean, it
I was like,
shouldn't be
nah, I'm
that
good.
long, but, like,
I didn't do
they're
this, yeah.
lengthy. They're 14,000 feet
Yeah.
up and down and shit. And we would do those in the winter time, so it was freezing.
Oh,
snowing,
yeah.
like-
You're a
like-
mountain man at that point.
Yeah,
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 that's
exactly.
what it felt like.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly,
the gear
yeah,
for it.
It's definitely worth the comeback, like coming back and visiting for a little bit more extended period of time and getting more immersed. Like I'm
Yeah.
definitely into hiking and the
Yeah.
outdoors. So like just taking, dude, like every time we had just a break, like we spent that time just sleeping because we were
Yeah.
so like fatigued and sore, like just getting used to there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you
And,
guys got to go out just, and actually chill and
Yeah.
hang out
Like
and
we just
see
got,
downtown.
we only had a couple of days, so we just like almost like ripping off a Band-Aid. We just went in guns blazing, which was good.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the middle. I'm starting my camp for my fight in October, and so it was a good way to start camp. Is just
Yeah.
burn your lungs out up in Denver.
Oh my
man.
god, I'm not even gonna lie. He was laughing at me. So he sparred a couple like 3 or 4 rounds with one of the cool guys there, and I was doing 30 minutes with PJ on the pads, and he comes over after he's sparring rounds and he just started laughing at me because I'm like,
Yeah, the coach is looking at us. He's like, "Yeah, he's burning."
yeah. PJ was making fun of me. He's like, he's burning. He's like, how about you go in front of that fan? And I swear to God, I've never had a feeling like that. It was like a euphoria. I was
man.
like, wow. It was like that fan hitting you, and you're like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
There's nothing better, especially out there too.
Oh,
And I don't know
man.
if their AC was bad, but the gym I trained out in Denver never had AC, especially in the
Oh,
summertime
it got hot
too.
quick out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Also, we have so many people on the mat.
Exactly.
You know, it fills up the room with their sweat and their
Juices.
humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pun
So, yeah.
intended.
It's a good feeling after practice though. You're drenched in sweat, man.
Yeah.
We felt like champs right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not to segue too far off of actual
You're good.
business, but I would like to talk about some tattoos because
definitely.
you guys have cool tattoos. But more
Rock and roll.
importantly, our tattoo
Oh.
that you're gonna get on your ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby.
you did say that.
What?
You said it. He said it.
Juice
gonna do
it.
is getting our logo on his ass, but
Did he make a bet or?
no,
No,
but
His idea.
he can't do it first, and so Z and I are doing it on our. We gotta do it
We
on
gotta do it right here.
forearms,
So
and we're gonna be dedicated about it, and then you gotta do it on your
Dude.
ass.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yes.
dude, that's pretty
Honestly, though, my
dedicated,
mom's
though.
gonna watch this. I'm gonna get a call instantly.
Just
my
say
mom.
no.
Let me just put this into perspective to you. All right, my mom grew up Catholic,
Yeah.
and then she
Mm.
became Jewish.
Mm.
Two cultures that really hate tattoos. So
Yeah.
Well, I went to Catholic high school, and my our Mimi's maiden name is Rosenbaum, or no, married
out.
name is Rosenbaum.
That's our mom's mom. For
Our
That's
mom.
an
Okay.
epic
If you
last
guys
name.
haven't listened from a
Our
year ago.
mom's maiden name is Rosenbaum.
Okay.
gotcha.
That's Jewish as
epic.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Jewish.
that's
She'll understand.
that's one thing I see. No,
She'll get
definitely
it.
not, but we'll work with it.
You're gonna be on the podcast more often after that tattoo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't forget, that Irish mother rage. Sometimes you don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want to be on the wrong end.
Like,
of it.
like she's actually from Ireland. Like she ain't
You
from
guys
here.
are gonna
Like
get a phone
she
call.
got that.
Yeah.
She has the
Yeah.
culture.
I don't want to be on the wrong end of it. But when are your guys' next fights? We talked about it a little bit, but you got
I'm
October?
October 5th.
October 5th.
And
I believe mine was November 16th. I think.
November 16th.
November 16th.
Iron Boy. I was
Okay.
talking with Chris, the
Yeah.
matchmaker. I sent him everything. He said it's chill. So I'm
Dope.
just waiting on an opponent.
Dope.
See if anyone steps
Whoa.
up.
There you go.
Well,
They're ducking you, bro.
someone's gonna get that smoke.
Smoke.
And we're excited to see where the future goes for both of you guys. I
Yeah.
mean, it's gonna be really exciting to see how you guys just rip through everything.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
I'm
guys.
pumped.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
We're-
thanks for coming on and making this happen kind of like last minute. You guys just got out of town or got
Yeah.
into town. So
We just got in town.
yeah, we just got into town, but I'm glad we were able to do
We're all
it.
jet lagged. We're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I'm like, a little tired.
No, it's
My
fine.
eyes are falling
Beyond here
asleep.
is awesome, man. And
Yeah.
you guys, what you guys are doing and what you guys represent is awesome. And
Thank
we'd
you.
Thanks,
love to be
man.
on here again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I
for
was just gonna
sure.
Fight
say
pass, baby.
before, now that we've got the guests,
Yeah.
or fucking, what am I saying? Now that we have the mics, we can have guests for Socially Awkward. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys can come on and we'll just shoot the shit like
Oh,
we do
wow.
on Socially Awkward.
Or we could do like fight companion
Yeah.
stuff like we were
Yeah.
talking about earlier, where like on big fight cards and stuff, we
Yeah.
could just be chilling, even if it's not like a awkward MMA
Right.
show.
Yeah, we'll be your Brian Callen and what's his name?
Brendan
And-
Schaub.
and Brendan
Schaub,
Schaub,
yeah.
Yeah.
Except he'll be Brendan Schaub. I'll take it. I'll take
He's-
Brian
You'll
Callen.
be the-
Z is
Callen.
obviously Eddie Bravo.
I'll be Eddie Bravo.
Tell me about more
Talk
about
about
not
So
Flat
first of
Earth.
all, first of all, guys, all I'm saying is look into it. That's all I said from the
Flat
beginning
Earth,
of the
man.
episode. From the beginning of the episode, I said look into it. I'm still saying look into it.
And
That's
at the
all
end
I'm
of the
saying.
episode, we're saying look into it.
Look into it.
Shout out.
I don't care how the world changes as long as I'm able to fight somebody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like we're good, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's what you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, right.
That's good. All right, guys. Well, this has been fun. It's been awkward.
Yes, sir.
And later.
Take it
Thanks,
easy.
guys.
Dope.
Well, great, man. Another day in the office, baby.
All day, babe. We can go all day.
All day.
Gas tank.
lines. Woo! From that spot, guys. Don't move from that spot. Keep moving legs on the ground.
These are the men. And then that's the habitat.
It's the most uncomfortable part, for sure.
Juice, the MMA commentator.
Next to Rogan, you know?
Dude, it's like this little filler shit where it's like really not about anything is probably the toughest part.
What's up, guys?
We're back. What up? We're back in the gym doing this part of it. We still don't know the proper way to segue it yet from the studio to here. But
That's the fun of the awkward MMA.
It's awkward as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
we're figuring out. But anyways, we're back in the studio with our boys, Juice in the Future. And they're gonna run us through one of their favorite combinations, right, boys?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
All right. What are we gonna do?
So we're gonna start off working the jab into a 2 to the body. Aiden, go ahead with him. Yep. So he starts off with the jab to the body. And we keep moving around a little. He sets it up again. So now I'm already thinking he's gonna be hitting me in the body. So now he's gonna fake the top, fake under, and go with the right leg, masking with the kick. Go ahead. And then I get knocked out. Perfect. So first off, he's gonna start off with the jab, and then sit down to the body and hit the cross. So you start off with a jab, then to the body, drop your level. Drop your level though. Perfect. Now you can come up, you gotta move around. If you don't move around, he's gonna sit there and just whop you.
Hey, if you don't move, you die.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
exactly.
If you don't move,
you don't move, you die.
Don't move, I die.
Just like if you don't hydrate, you die. So we're gonna start with the jab to the body, move around a little. Second off again, boom, boom. Now here, you're gonna hit it, come down, come up. You gotta work on getting low, so he thinks that you come here, so he drops here, and then you come over the top of
So I
the
hit
head.
that straight.
The cross.
cross,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you're masking it. You're masking the kick with it. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So you come up. Exactly. Exactly. Keep moving around. Hit the jab to the body. There you go.
Just one jab body.
Yep. Go to the jab body 2 times. Move around. Jab body. Now throw it. Because what's gonna happen is when you come here, exactly like that.
Oh, yeah.
So when I come, boom. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a KO right there.
KO.
What do you got? Let's see you. We're gonna get in.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet. So same thing. We're just gonna start out with that jab up top. Boom. Yep. So we're gonna start out with that jab up top. Go low to the body. 2. Boom. We're gonna move around. We want to pull him into that. We don't want to come forward with it. Yeah. So again, jab up top, 2 to the body, and then the second time around, I'm gonna use that momentum with the hip. Come up top. That leg. Just gotta get that good balance, right? Yeah. So again, we're masking that kick with the 2. So jab up top, 2 to the body, use that momentum, and come up top. Good. That's good enough, right?
I think it would have been knocked out before.
He definitely would have been knocked out.
Before I fucking fall.
So again, do it again. So we want to use that momentum.
How many of those is that?
Usually like 1 or 2. We want to get our opponent used to that motion, that rhythm. Boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. Right? If that makes sense in a weird kind of musical boomy way. Yep. Again. Boom, boom, and then come up top with that hip. 3. Yep. There you go. Repetition.
Well, I think I fucking might have nailed it better than
I think so, man.
What do you think? What do you think, dude?
I think so. I like it. Sneaky.
What? I want to see you guys do it a couple times, a couple good ones here.
Yeah. All right.
So you come in, take in. simple as that. KO.
Clean. We're gonna do an Aiden move now. We're gonna do what, a takedown?
Yeah, you're gonna do a takedown that is most commonly seen with Ryan Bader, the double champ at Bellator. It's a really sneaky takedown, and I love sneaky stuff. So let's go ahead, guys.
Sweet, let's do it. Ready.
Cool. So to get in our position with our fighter right now, basically I want to pull him into a 45-degree angle. I want him heavy on that front foot, and that's the way I'm going to be able to drive forward, right? So I throw a 1-2. He wants to come in. I come off a 45. I throw a 2, and basically this is a double leg with my head on the inside, not the outside. So I throw that 2. Boom. Double leg with my head on the inside, and if we turn, I'm able to drive and scoot my leg under his leg. And as I drive, I trip him on the outside. Super sneaky, right? All right, once again, I get in my position with my fighter right here, my opponent. I start pulling him in, not backing up, but circling. I throw a 1-2, 45 out, throw a 2 on the outside, drive through, head on the inside. Both legs. A lot of people just go for the hit. I'm gonna go both legs. Both legs drive. If we turn, my leg comes behind his front leg. So I'm able to knee bump on that right there. Boom. I'm able to get some ground and pound in and beat the dude up. Wow. So you're just gonna throw a 1-2 to kind of bait your opponent. And as he comes in, you're gonna forward, yes, exactly. And now you're gonna throw a 2, change your level, go for a takedown. Yep, exactly. Boom, exactly. Now how you see you can knee bump him. So bump that knee inside and drive forward. Exactly. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And the reason why I like it so much is that you bring him one direction and then you pull him right to the next direction.
Okay.
So that's the sneaky part about it.
I feel like I was missing that a little bit.
Yeah. Try it out.
Yeah, let me do it.
So you go normal stance. So you want to pull him in. So throw a 1-2, then scoot out. And he comes in, scoot out on the front leg. Yep.
This way.
You want him heavy on that front leg.
Yeah.
So 1-2, scoot out, yep, and throw a 2. Now drive him for that takedown. Yes. Now bring this leg over. And then now you can knee bump and trip him over as you drive in. Almost. There you go. There you go. Perfect. And now you gotta do smash him from there. That's fine. You guys can feel where that momentum, where you just get a little bit of momentum this way and then you can pop them that way.
Yeah.
It's super easy. And guys, it's fun because you can take big guys down.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just did it. You know, damn. Yeah, because why don't you do it on him and take a big guy down?
No, yeah, definitely. So I come here, I throw that 1-2, boom, he comes forward, I pump that 45, 2, boom, I want to drive, and then truck.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's coaching us. That's why we're filming.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, that was good though.
Yeah, definitely. I call that the Ryan Bader, man.
The Ryan Bader.
He does a lot with Phil Davis in this fight, and he's really good at this. So.
He's champ for a reason.
He's double champ for a reason.
Double champ for a reason. You got your pocket out? Yeah, man, I'm all messed up, bro. You're ready to go after that takedown, dude. And shit. All right, that's all we got, dude.
That's it. I mean,
that was 2 moves.
We got to learn a lot. We got 2.
We got 2 for the price of 1.
2 moves.
I'm excited to learn some wrestling because I don't know shit about wrestling. So.
I've never ever done even a slight bit of it. So yeah, it was a fun experience for me, dude. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure you follow these guys on Instagram. Why don't you give them your handles?
Go ahead.
At juice.mma.
And Aiden in the future. There you go.
Real simple.
Simple.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
It's gonna be awkward.
I don't get it. You do the math.